On the pursuit after Decentraland assumptions, then again have you been doing combating to answer the request? Is Decentraland an insightful hypothesis? Read on sort out the top Decentraland mana cost assumption check for 2022 and afterwards sum and find the sum Decentraland could be worth with a continuous expense of 285 and a market cap of 5,173,865,892. Decentraland mana is the world's 40th greatest computerized cash and is starting to make a significant name for itself in several short years. This ERC20 token is one of the most specific accessible, and it has built a dedicated fanbase of gamers and monetary sponsor. Something similar. Decentraland is a PC-created recreation VR stage that depends on the Ethereum F blockchain at capacities as a VR game where players can purchase different plots of land to make and adjust according to Coin Central. Decentraland is the essential automated stage that is had only by its clients, as shown by the new long stretch gauge. The expense of Decentraland could hit 2111 around the completion of 2022 3641, close to the completion of 2023 and 7818. Around the completion of 2025 Decentraland mana will then rising to 10,763 in 2027, 14,082 in 2030, and 20,149 in 2032. All things considered, is Decentraland a shrewd hypothesis? You're impeccably situated to find out in this be sharing a piece of the top mana cost assumptions for 2021 to 2025. Moreover, answer questions, for instance, what is Decentraland, and get a handle on how this VR stage and computerized cash works. What is Decentraland mana and how might it work unlike standard two-layered games? Decentraland is a VR game that douses its players in a three-layered world powered by Ethereum. It was made in 2017 and shipped off through a hidden coin offering ICO that raised a wavering 24 million, yet the VR world in which players buy, develop and adjust plots of land was simply conveyed in February 2020. Its neighborhood cryptographic cache has been accessible for use since September 2017. This cryptographic cache is called mana at this point. It's not using any and all means the main high-level asset the stage maintains in the domain of Decentraland. Players purchase mechanized assets as virtual land plots. These are known as land. Each plot is 33 x 33 feet anyway, can be as tall or as short as a player likes. Since all of these plots are extraordinary and placed away solely on the blockchain, they are known as non-fungible assets. It's just possible to exchange land plots inside the universe. Decentraland traded at in 2021 and beforehand. Our next 2022 Decentraland cost assumption comes from trading beasts who are a fair degree more confident than wallet investor, evaluating that base most noteworthy and typical costs will increase all through 2022. Also, trading beasts have in like manner surveyed higher least and ordinary expenses than wallet investor and suggests that Decentraland could outflank its continuous ATH every step of the way. In 2022, to summarize what trading beasts has checked for 2022, Decentraland could hit one more ATH of 476,419 around the completion of 2022. Beating its continuous ATH by February. Decentraland will similarly not merit any lower than 319,176 in 2022 and will presumably have a normal expense someplace in the scope of 370 and 380. For a huge piece of the year, this cost figure, but essentially higher than wallet investors, is equivalent, as in both guess that the expense of Decentraland ought to continue with upwards after its astonishing rising in October 2021, and that there will presumably not be an expense correction. It also puts Decentraland to conceivably hit 5 in 2023. Our most confident 2022 Decentraland cost assumption comes from computerized cash worth figure, as an obvious contrast to both wallet investor and trading beasts. Cryptographic cash worth assumption acknowledges that Decentraland will devastate its continuous ATH by January 2022 and trade at on a very basic level. More noteworthy expenses for the rest of the year. This dazzling evaluation suggests that mana could justify a generally outrageous expense of 1095 by November 2022, while Trading Beasts acknowledges that mana won't reach higher than 476,150. Around a similar time that is north of 2 times. Likewise, standing out, this figure from wallet investors is fundamentally more amazing to be sure. Even the likelihood that Decentraland could start 2022 at 634 and not show up at an expense lower than 599 in May is extraordinarily bullish anyway. By then again, this improvement rate presumably will not be basically all around as insane as it looks. We just saw Decentraland increase 26,893 in 7 days in October 2021, so we understand that showing up at these better potential gains is really possible. Before that, between the 1st and 14th of WOC 2021, the expense of mana rose from 0.2604 to 10,223, which is an improvement speed of almost 1 in just 14 days. Speculatively, this suggests the improvement rate that cryptographic cash worth assumption has envisioned is possible, but whether Decentraland could uphold it for the whole year stays to be seen. What will happen to the expense of Decentraland mana in 2022? The expense of Decentraland mana in 2022 should work off the highs it achieved in 2021 and continue to appreciate. Decentraland will likely achieve one more ETH in 2022, and no one expects that mana will return to its lows before the 2021 bull run. Will the expense of Decentraland mana go up in 2022? Without a doubt, the expense of Decentraland mana will most likely go up in 2022. The smallest expense expected for mana in 2022 is 2607. While the most raised could be 1095, without a doubt mana will head towards an expense around 5 in 2022. What are crypto experts gauging for Decentraland mana in 2023? To say the very least, according to the transient assumptions, the conceivable worth of Decentraland could be anything someplace in the scope of 2607 and 2111, around the completion of 2022. To answer the request, is mana a savvy hypothesis? We ought to explore the long guesses. What truly top cryptographic cash stages desire to happen to the expense of Decentraland in 2023 to 2027? Digital coins excessively long mana cost assumption is both careful and vital. Guessing that Decentraland should increase generously and consistently for the accompanying a really long time, their expense figure appears to recommend that eventually Decentraland will end up being less flighty and will not lose value. At stages 2028 assumption is simply too higher than the computerized money worth assumptions measure for the completion of 2022. Showing precisely how changed crypto estimates can be in any case. Digital coins mana cost conjectures, truth be told, do exhibit that Decentraland